make it? I don't know. We'll find out.
Si todo lo que dado te llegó a tiempo y no tener un hombre que le libre.
Oh. It's Sunday Funday. Oh, my nails are terrible. Blech. Oof. Okay, let me get down here. Hold on. Oh, okay. Oh, I made it. All right, it's Sunday Funday. I am tired. I'm just now recovering from COVID. It was definitely not fun. I still have a little congestion, but it's been a week now, and I feel good as far as, like, you know, my body's good. It's just a lingering, like, congestion that's in my nose. But yeah, it's crazy. It's been a couple weeks since I last posted like an update on, this is probably really loud. Hold on. It's been a couple weeks since I last uploaded to my YouTube about, you know, the process of quitting my job and how I've been doing. So, I mean, if you haven't noticed already, I posted an El Salvador vlog. Yeah, so I went to El Salvador. I booked a last minute trip with my sister, which was really cool. It was such a great experience to get to go with her. I have never been, so that was my first time going to El Salvador. It's the country where my parents are from, and my grandparents. Like, that's where my roots are. That's my heritage. It's really, it was really cool. I was super nervous because if you've read anything about their history, it's really, there's a lot of turmoil that has happened over the years. And for quite some time, you know, when I was a teenager, I wanted to travel to El Salvador, but I was always told no, like, no, do not travel. It's so unsafe. It's something that it was sad. It was definitely very sad, and I wanted to go when I was younger. My cousins and I always talked about it. And we always talked about, you know, it would be nice to get to know more of their heritage and, you know, go there someday. And so last year, I think, was the first time my cousins went to El Salvador, and I saw all their posts, and I was like, oh. Ever since then, I've been like, man, I want to go, because you've been seeing how politically everything's been changing. Their current president has done quite a bit to uproot a lot of the gangs, the gang wars that have been going on there. And yeah, so I've had this itch, and then lo and behold, I quit my job, and I was looking up tickets because I was like, it'd be really nice to just like take a trip and just kind of let go of a lot of things. Like, I don't know, I just felt like it was like a freedom trip, you know. It could have been a freedom trip at that point. So I was looking up tickets, and it was not too expensive, but I was like, man, you know, I don't want to deplete my savings, but whatever. Anyway, so after, was it that day? I think the day that I had quit, I went to my sister's right after I had quit my job, like my last day. And I was sitting on her couch, and I don't know why I like went through and checked again, and I was like, oh my gosh, Debbie, this flight is United Airlines round trip, nonstop, for $160, $168, I think, $160 something round trip per person. That is like unheard of. And it was from LAX. Like, everything was going to be perfect. You didn't have to do all these crazy travel things. So I convinced her. She asked her husband, and he said yes. I told her, you know, I'll cover a hotel and whatnot. Just like, let's go. So it was 2 weeks out. So we waited 2 weeks, and then we took off. It was spectacular. It was something that I needed. It was cool to see my cousin there. He's out there living there, so it's kind of cool that we got to meet up. And whoops, sorry. Yeah, it was really cool. And the one thing he kept saying was like, you have to get in the water. He's like, it's life-changing. And so I was like, whatever, you know, was like, yeah. But as soon as my feet hit the sand, when we finally did the beach on the second half of the trip, it was so weird. It felt like it was a part of who I was. It was a part of, oh, it's so weird. I'm getting emotional. I did not expect that. Yeah, it just felt, it was a beautiful experience. What the heck? This is so weird. I have not once cried about this and like thought about it like that. So I guess it definitely was something that brought me some life, brought me some hope. Lord, help me. I don't know what's going on here. But yeah, it was a beautiful trip, and it was just marvelous to be able to walk into a country that, man, look at how red I look. I ugly cry, like, so please do not judge me. I turned all red. This is whack. Anyway, it was just a beautiful thing to like be able to, excuse me, to go to a country that I haven't been able to get to know, to like, you know, I grew up with a lot of Mexicans here. A lot of the influence in my life is Mexican, unfortunately. It's not unfortunate. It's actually really great. I love the Mexican culture. And it's something that I've grown accustomed to. All of my friends are Mexican. A little bit of my family, obviously, I had that influence from the Salvadorian side. But it wasn't too extensive. It wasn't too crazy. It was mostly Mexican. And my adult years have been a lot of Mexican influence. Last year I went to Mexico 3 times. Like, I love Mexico. So it's just one of these things that you get to see. You see that your friends like get to go to their countries, even though they're like, oh yeah, there's dangerous, whatever. But they have their families there, so they're able to go and like explore, and they know what to do, what not to do. So, and then the fact that I get to be a part of that, like I got to go with my best friend to her hometown, Oaxaca, her parent, I think it's her dad's side, and get to see and experience how these families get together and then get to go to their home country. And it's just a beautiful thing. So for me to be able to go to El Salvador was something that was like, wow, I get to go to my family's homeland. Like, it's such a tiny piece of this world, but it's had so much history, such rich history, and a lot of turmoil, a lot of just a lot of tragedy. And you know, I didn't really feel that going there. It felt very safe. I do think there's a level of naiveness that I might have, because the driving was insane. That was definitely the hardest part. That was the part that I just, it was hard. Like, I had headaches at the end of the day because it was brutal. Like, doing a video right here, just like slightly looking at the camera and like driving, I would not be able to do there. It was nuts. It was so crazy. But yeah, to get to experience that and do it with my sister, and like just get in the water. I just felt it. Like, as soon as you hit the water is, if you've been to California, you know the water here is really cold. And if you've been to the Caribbean, the water is very warm. But El Salvador's water was like the perfect temperature, right in the middle. It wasn't warm, and it wasn't cold. It was just like perfect. Like, it was actually refreshing with the heat and the humidity that was there. So I was like, man, this is the perfect place. So maybe that also contributed to feeling like I could do this. I could live here. But the contrast between, you know, wealthy and poverty is very extreme. It's something that I think, because I had been to Mexico the year prior and I had seen a little bit of it, not too crazy, I've been exposed to the different, you know, the more rural towns, just the rural living. You know, you have your sheep, goats, and cows and whatever, and chickens, and yeah, but this was a little different because these people don't really have the main, you know, the people that actually live their day-to-day life there don't have like a ton of land. You know, some people do, but not all of them. A lot of them live condensed and really tight together in little shacks. greater appreciation coming back home. At the end of the trip, the last day, I did feel a little bit of like, okay, I'm ready to go home, but I didn't really feel homesick at any point because I knew I needed to be in the moment. I needed to experience the beauty of that moment because it was the first time I'd ever been able to go there, and it was healing for me. You know, it was healing for me to see this is where my parents are from. Like if they hadn't immigrated to the US, I would be this little like campesina girl, you know. It's crazy to think about it. It's crazy. Like I may not have much here in the States, but it's more than enough. I can tell you that. It's more than enough. And it gave me a greater appreciation for the little things I have when I got home. Like before I go on a trip, I like to clean up everything and make sure like when I come back, it's nice and clean, fresh. I don't feel like stressed out that I have to clean everything up. And I walked in and I was just like, you know, it's not much. It's a tiny little room that I rent, but it's everything for me. Like it's clean. I have running water. I have a shower. Like I have my own bathroom. I have a giant bed. Like I have a king size bed. You know, I was just like looking around. It was white. It was clean. It just made me appreciate the fact that like, even though my parents haven't done much to help me in my journey and my walk in life, but I've come so far because I literally have had nothing, you know, and I've come so far, and I had a job that was earning really well, and like I don't even have a full degree. Like I don't have a bachelor's or a master's, and I had got that job even without an associate's degree. So it's just one of those things that really helped me regroup. It helped me just let go of so much. I feel good. I feel strong. I feel ready to fight the good fight. I feel like I'm ready for a new adventure, a new journey. Yeah, and I'm not going to settle for less than what I know I can achieve. It's not so much that I deserve, but what I can achieve. Because if I do have that mindset that, you know, God is my everything, He is my source, and I'm nothing without Him, I don't really deserve anything. I don't want to have a sense of entitlement to things, even though there is a sense of loyalty or royalty as well within His kingdom. But yeah, I know that I don't deserve anything. I come from nothing, you know. And you could go ahead. Okay, I'll go. So yeah, it's one of those things that has really helped me regroup, reevaluate my life. It was beautiful. It was healing. I'm like going on this rant already for so long. But yeah, that was the journey. So go ahead and go watch that. It's not obviously like I don't have the most high quality footage, the most high quality camera. But I try, and it's on an iPhone. It's what I have. It's what I can do. And I wanted to do more of like candid stuff, like actually like how like even my cousin was talking about this. He was gonna do it, and I've been wanting to like jump on that boat too, because a lot of my videos I'm like trying not to do too much crazy editing, because I like the organicness about getting in front of a camera, or just like filming a shot, like something in front of me, whatever's happening in the moment, the way that my grandmother used to. She had this huge camcorder, and she would put it on her shoulder and she would just let it roll. She'd be like, digan hola, ¿cómo están? ¿A dónde andan? What day is it? You know, and she would just narrate the whole thing, you know. So as far as narrating, I wasn't too good at it, but I just took whatever shots I could get. I put them in there, even if they're not great quality. It's fun. I like looking back on it. I watched it like 2 times already. So yeah, anyway, aside from that, as far as an update on my work journey, before I left, I had got a call from a really great construction company for an interview, and they were like, can you come on Wednesday? I said, oh, I'm not going to be here next week. I'm going to be out of town. So they were just like, okay, are you open? Like, what's your availability? I told them whatever. Like, I had already left my job. Like, I have all the time in the world, except for I'm going on vacation. I didn't tell them about the vacation, but so then I had it that Monday, which was this past Monday, the end of January, in the morning. So I went. It went really well. I sat with them. it was cool. It was like really nice. It's a great company and I really want to work for them. It's in an area that I really love. It's like where I used to make cakes all the time. And I'd love to move out that way. I want to get out of Santa Ana here. It's just like, even with all my travels and stuff, I'm like, man, this feels like a little piece of Latin America. And I low-key want a little bit more like quietness. I want more peace. So yeah, I would love to move out towards where that job is at if I get it. I'm still haven't heard back. It's been a week, and then yesterday I got a call from a recruiter that I had been working with but hadn't really had any good bites with it. Excuse me. And it's another construction company, so I'm like, Lord, please help me. But there's a red flag. I'll tell you, this one asked for a personality test, and the last time I had to do a personality test at a job, let's just say it didn't go very well. Like, I feel like those kinds of jobs, it's like because they have so many crazy people, they want to see if you can handle it. I could be wrong. I don't know, but I'm really rooting for the first job, you know. So I have this next interview on Monday as well. And today is like February 4th or something like that. So it's tomorrow. Today's Sunday. Still driving. I'm on my way to get gas. Gotta go Costco. But yeah, so hopefully we'll see what happens, you know. It's been a full month since yeah. If today is the 4th, which I think it is, today's the 4th, tomorrow, the 5th, with my second interview, it's officially the full month that I have not been working, because I left January 5th at my job. So it's been a whole month, and I took a week of that month to go to El Salvador. I was living my best life, guys. Like, do not let anything hold you back. Like, you will find the resources to make it happen. If you want something to happen in your life, make it happen for yourself. This life is too short. Life is too short to be sitting somewhere where you're miserable, unhappy. You know, I listened to a podcast and they were talking about burnout, and I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I had. I had so much fatigue. I had so much irritability. There's like, if you're like always constantly irritable, yeah, it's like a huge sign. So bumpy here. Bear with me. Yeah, so I was struggling with major burnout, not sleeping very well. I was just miserable. Like, it just wasn't the job for me anymore. And I held on. I felt like for a long time, you know, it wasn't my time to leave. And then finally one day I was like, I think it's time. It's time to go. It's time to go. And I left. And I'm so glad. I'm so happy for it. Like, yes, I have my moments where I'm like, oh, what am I doing with my life? I'm 30 years old and I don't have a job. Like, you know, we all have those moments. I haven't had like a breakdown, so that's how I know I'm still at peace. I know that God's got my back. I'm in such a different space. I feel so strong mentally and emotionally. If you guys had heard my story 2 years ago, this is not the same person. 2 years ago, I was distraught. I was crying every day in my cubicle because I had a huge life trauma in my life, and it almost broke me. Well, it did break me, but I like came out on top, you know. It was hard. It was hard. It was like constant crying. It was terrible. Was it this year? I feel like last year I had a huge breakthrough during the new year, because I was like, okay, you know, we're done with this stuff. We're done with being a little baby. And I just finally felt ready to move on. Dang, 20 minutes. I talk a lot. Yeah, it was different. And now I just feel so, I'm happy. And I haven't been able to say that in so long. Who am I right now? Like, I just said that out loud. Like, I feel happy. And that job, like, oh my God, I'm praying so hard for it. I even called my mom, like, and I have never really been like in a good relationship with my mom the past 2 years. But like, we've been kind of talking a little bit more lately, and she'll actually like pray for me on the phone. So that's wonderful. And she was like, just claim it as yours. And I do. I claim that job as mine because it had the best energy. The women were very encouraging. they've all worked there for many, many years. They don't have a huge turnover. So I'm like, this is where I want to be. This is where I want to be. They have amazing benefits. So I'm like, Lord, please, I claim it. It's my job. And to be hopeful to go to a job is kind of insane. I didn't see myself in this position. When I left my job, I was like, I don't want to work. Like, I just wish that my Prince Charming would show up and like take care of me and you know, that whole crazy spiel. And I was just like, I don't want to work. I don't want to do this. I don't want to. No, sir. And now I'm like, I want that job. I'm ready to like get dressed in the mornings. I'm ready to get there and just like learn and be around people that actually like their jobs, you know? Okay, I need to stop talking now. I'm pretty much at Costco. We're gonna pump gas, but yeah, 22 minutes of pure talking. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this down. Yeah, so this is my Sunday fundy. I went to get my favorite coffee, Tierra Mia. It's so good. It's an horchata latte. I pre-ordered because that place gets packed. So I just went in and picked up, and then I also got burrito from this place I saw on Instagram. It's called the Taco Station. I went yesterday first time because I saw it on Instagram, and I was like, oh, it's not that far. It's only like 10-12 minutes away from me. And the burrito was amazing. So I got it again today. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I don't have a whole following yet. I hope to, just because this is like really fun. It's such a good outlet for me, and I've always wanted to do it. But some of the people in here are so nice. I'm like, you hear all these crazy stories about people, or you know, like all these haters and stuff, and I'm just like, I mean, there's been like maybe 2 comments that were weird on my YouTube already, but honestly I delete them because I don't have time for bad energy. Like, if you're miserable with your life, I really don't care. Like, you need Jesus, and only Jesus can fix you. Like, so I deleted them. Anything good I keep, because we're here for it. This is the year of prosperity, of joy, of, you know, even though the world is crazy, I refuse to accept all the negativity. So thank you guys for being super kind. I'm really excited about this. I have never I've never had so many strangers be so kind and so nice. So it's refreshing. It's really nice. But anyway, I hope you guys stick around, watch my journey. I'll keep you updated. I'll see what happens next week if I hear from the other job, and then I'll go to this interview on Monday. But yeah, that's it for now. I will chat with you guys later. As if I haven't already like made the longest video of my life talking, but I want to show you the burrito. This is it. My hands are pretty big, so it's nice size. So I want to get you guys to see how good it is. I think I have to eat more, but look how it's fat. Look at the size of my freaking face. I'm such a fatty. It's so good. So it has, I don't know if I should put the sauce in there. Like yesterday it had some kind of like creamy sauce. Oh, it was so good. I think I need to eat down more. It's probably in there. But it has egg, potato, cheese, and chicken. So they like charbroil. Is that what you say? No. They like grill their chicken on Saturdays and Sundays outside. I'm sure they do it often for this too, but they have like the special going Saturday, Sunday where they grill like a whole chicken outside, and you can get like a combo or whatever. But they put that chicken in here, and oh, let me tell you, it's good. It's good. All right, I'm gonna go inside now. Eat my burrito. I just want to show you guys how good it is. Okay.